Hey everyone, and welcome. This is Jim, aka Razor. This is Outlaws of the Old West. This is the second video, and it's a tips and tricks, tools, bugs, workarounds, and some of the progress that we've seen. First of all, I'd like to thank Game Edge for the coverage that he's done and everybody else on this game. And second, shout out to Myth, who runs the Discord community for the production manager for the indie studio, and everyone that contributes. The whole community is just absolutely fabulous. Bug reporting. I'm gonna go into a brief description of how it works. Every day at 2 o'clock they meet, they review all the bugs that are reported, and there are a plethora of them. And we discuss, and I'm not there, I say we, I've made 2 meetings. What was fixed in the old bugs, and what new bugs have occurred with the new versions. The whole thing in the testing has been a community effort, and it's really shown in the game. So the video we're gonna do some traveling. I'm gonna show you some of the new features, trains, what little bit I've done, some hunting, some of the new features, and some of the bugs that I found that have lingered around, but tips to get around them, and basically just have some fun. So let's take a look. So one of the most obvious is the first thing you're gonna see is they've added a search bar. Everything's toggleable by ping. I mean, what you'd expect to see in a server menu, but I can actually type in the name of a server, search, and it works really well. You thought that was my password, didn't you? Alright, welcome home. So the first thing you do when you go in, you always got to check your trough for your livestock. And I think we're good. As you can see, horses now do eat. It's at 25%. So water and food. As long as there's water and food in the troughs, and they're within range of the little grassy, they have added a little like indentation to mark the range of the horse. I don't tie them off. You don't have to. Just put them on stay, and they do stay now when I log in. Check to make sure my clothes are equipped, and in fact they are not. That is still a bug. So we'll put our little clothes back on for this particular biome. I think we're good there. Is that everything? Yep. So if I hit the third person, you can see that this is the outfit. I do have the long jacket, which is great for the colder temperatures. I am playing this with my wife and a couple friends, and we've had a really good time. So they did add interactive farming. As far as animals, egg production is really good. That's probably my main source of food. Get a little drink there, a little food. These are the guards. All this is hireable through the mailbox. So if I click on the mailbox, here's, you can send mail. I guess the, oh, what were they called? The, the early mail delivery system. It's too early. I can't think of the name. But these are the items they've added. And as you can see, these are the guards. That's the one running around right now. They do a really good job of protecting your area from wild animals that are aggressive. Wolves, bandits, and they can be killed, including by me. I've shot my guard twice now thinking it was a bandit. So there's a tier 1 mine and a tier 2 mine. The more money you put into the mine, or the more oil, depending on the mine. I think this is a donkey powered. I've never used the tier 1. Tier 2 mine shaft. The more oil that you put in there, you can hear him firing. Hear him? He's shooting at a wolf. The more oil, the more what would I say? The more resources you're gonna gather. They're going to be available in the mine, which I want to show you. Instead of building the train station, I changed my mind. Trains are still having issues with the tracks. They do work, but all they do is transport goods from point A to point B between train stations. So we decided until we can actually ride them, they're not really anything different than the mail. Except more. Auctioneer is kind of cool. If you're playing on a public server or a crowded server, you can actually put things up for bid. The only thing I don't like is it doesn't tell you the quantity of what's being bid on. It just shows you the icon. So hopefully they fix that. We reported it. I brought that up yesterday. Gold exchange is where you take the gold bars that drop off the bandits, and they're only the whatever that we're gonna fight some today, but they drop gold bars. You can also mine gold. We're gonna buy this mine shaft tier 2, and then we're gonna have to build an oil field. So this is the gold exchange. Basically quite simple. You drop the gold bars in here and hit sell, and he gives you money. And then you can use your safe. You can deposit your money in here. You can withdraw, or you can deposit. Alright, so we got 1100, that's good. I don't think we needed that much. Gotta make sure the icon is just right. There we go. And let's get a mine. 750, puts it down here. Can hit a receive all. Or you can just do what I just did and drag it. Alright, now let's put, they used to be, the mine was never noisy, but the oil field, the oil pump was ridiculously loud. That is no longer an issue. In this biome, I believe, it used to be gold. I don't know that it is anymore. And stone. Or alright, so let's hit 4, and then you can see the model. It is quite large. You can't zoom in and out. It's kind of hard to place. Trying to make it a little cosmetic here, a little feng shui. little balanced. Alright, let's take a look. How do we do? That's not too bad. Oh, that's one of my traps. They do work. Just reset them. Now, once I have oil, I just basically walk up to the building, put the oil in there, and activate it, and I can enter the mine. You actually teleport into an underground cavern, and it's pretty large. So we got that. The only thing we can't do right now is make oil. To have a bee's nest, we can go ahead and gather our wax and honey. Wax is for like candles. They did add an outhouse for cosmetics. No, your character doesn't run around pooping. Not Ark. Grab a little TNT, might need that later. They did increase the damage on these for you PvPers. Alright, as far as weapons, they did increase the damage back to what they used to be on pistols. I kind of like the Vulcan, or that Volcanic. Not the fastest, but it definitely does a nice little power punch. Third person's kind of nice when you're using your horse. Actually, we're gonna do some bandit hunted. I need some gold bars, so we're gonna go look for these bandits. So one of the big bugs right now, which still hasn't been patched, it actually got reported yesterday with patch 1.0.7, is items that were getting stuck in inventory. If you put those items, and basically what happened if you oh, bad apple. That was a bad joke, right? I need wool. So, if you drag the item from the crafting station from the previous version .6, it went into your inventory and you couldn't interact with it. Couldn't move it, couldn't equip it. But if you right clicked on it, it goes into a container if you go to one. And you can, oh, there's a bandit right there. That is either a TNT or a banker. I think TNT. Oh, helps when the gun is loaded. Most graceful way to get engaged. Alright, so they give dynamite and money. Sometimes they'll give a rifle and rifle ammunition. That's why I like them. But that's not the bandit I want. Oh, these little badgers drive me nuts. Alright, so just over this hill is usually a camp by the river. I don't see them. So I'm trying to think as I ride here what the other bugs were that they discussed yesterday. And man, those meetings, they're at 2 o'clock every day Eastern on the Discord. They get into the chat and they literally run down the list. What's been fixed, confirmed, who can repeat it. So the guys, you know, everybody that thinks reporting bugs isn't getting reviewed, it really is. There they are, right there. I've watched some pretty fun PvP videos. I think we're gonna get into a gunfight. Probably better anyway with these guys. Go with the rifle. This is the wind gun. I think Winchester. Where'd they go? No scope on it, but it does have 10 shots. There. Hey there, boy. Oh, bad shot. Those pistols now do hurt. Not going well. Bad idea. Oh. Trying to get some health. I don't have bandages. Oh, man. Yeah, and that's how to lose morality and the corpse. That was not a good move. Alright, so that is not how to do a gunfight. That's probably the most least grace. That's a great blooper right there. I like to use the rifle and shoot them from range. I thought I could run up, but that didn't go well. So when you die, there's a little X on the map where your corpse should be. We'll zoom in, make sure that our pointer is right on it. And the only thing I had in reserve was a bow, which is pretty stupid. Usually I have a backup. And we're on foot. I should have grabbed a lasso. Sometimes corpses are hard to see because they're little bags. If you turn the gamma up, it's almost like broad daylight. Just turn the gamma full blast. Alright, I hear bandits firing already. Not the best weapon in the world. Stop moving. They did reduce the damage on the bow. Not too thrilled about that. Do you have a rifle? No. You do lose everything on death. Oh, they're right there. Is that my horse? If I had a lasso, I could have grabbed him. No, it's not my horse. Well, I didn't want this video to turn out to be a horse or a corpse recovery, but I guess it's kind of good. It's gonna be dark when we get there. The confirm button, people have complained, it's right there. As you can see, it's like broad daylight. It'll stay like that even into the evening hours. Was that my horse? Nope. Now, if I don't get killed again, my corpse should be there. Oh, there they are. Let's let them go up the hill. I'm not gonna take on 3 with a bow. And it does pop up most of the time with your name and the corpse. Wolves do attack. If you shoot them once, they run. As you can see, that bag is quite small. And that's what I was talking about. It's really hard to see. Alright, now here they come back. I don't see my horse. But I did run a little ways from him. There he is. Alright, so a nice tutorial on corpse recovery and how small that freaking bag is. One thing I would love is if they would make that a gravestone. I would gravely appreciate it. As you can see, since I have a bed up here, it does put a waypoint up there, or an O. You can put a marker on it. Alright, I'm going to take a quick pause here and we're going to go up. I want to show you some of the construction that you're able to do on someone who's done Sleepwalker. Everybody knows he plays in our group with my wife Izzy. And what he's been able to do with the game. So those are bandit camps right there. we'll get back safe and sound to the home front and I'll pick this back up. Okay, so the second thing I wanted to show you is animals are now interactable. These are the only construction pieces that are pre-made buildings, like the mine or the mine we just placed. Now the hoe, a lot of people are like have asked how to build animals, and it's pretty easy. You just equip the hoe and you get this spinning wheel. Same for construction with the trowel or a hammer. And we're gonna do some cow pens for some milk. So I just click on that, and again it gives me a building. We're gonna do all our farms behind the house. Like a good spot. And cows will start popping up in there. Eventually, I assume they'll have resources in here to keep them fed, like the horses. There's one already. So as you can see, you can interact with them. Let's see if I have a bucket. I'll have to find out how to milk cows. Now, what I forgot to show you is that you do have to have the resources in your inventory to do that. And it was, I believe, 40 planks and some ore, which I had. I'll put all that back. A great way. They also added a sort and auto stack, which is really nice. But a good way to make experience is to grind these those rocks, boulders, into sand. It's 5 points at a pop. If you put 3 or 4 grinders up, you can be, I don't know, you can gain quite a few levels in pretty quick time. And the levels are good. You can see to fill the canteen, same thing. You just select the item, you can drink out of there. Same for the bucket. We'll top his water off there. Alright, what time is it? 11:40 a.m. That's enough time. Alright, now we are going to need all of our clothes, our duster coat, because the temperatures are quite cold up where we're going. But everything, I believe so. Alright, we'll head out. So they are up in this area up here by the lakes. And about 11-ish is where the temperature drops. You can see the temp meter on the top will turn red. You will start taking damage and eventually you'll just die. Walking through water refills your horse. They did add an oxygen meter for underwater breathing. I don't know if you saw that pop up. But you can also drink from there. Eggs is my main diet. Wow, he's out here in the middle of nowhere. Make sure it's not my guard. I've killed my guard more times. No, it's not. Yeah, the skull bandits are the ones that give you the gold bars. Bandanas just give you cash. Sometimes pistols. And the skulls are actually the ones that have probably the best AI. They'll flank behind rocks. They're pretty aggressive, as you saw. So as you can see, the temperature is 80 out. My body temperature is 118. When I get up here, about 9, right about here, you're gonna see a huge drop. I could do a video of just building a house piece by piece. I tend not to do that. I don't know how anyone watches that. And I don't think anyone wants to watch me build, including my wife. I'm a horrible builder. I never can pass up a node for sulfur. Sorry. If you hold the mouse key down, they did add auto swing. You don't have to spam click anymore, which is really nice. Let me show you taming real quick. Taming is kind of like a mini game. Throw the lasso on the horse. Really good shot there, Jim. There you go. You got to hit the box 3 times. And he's yours. I can put him on lead. And he'll follow me. I'll probably lose him on the way, but we'll leave Sleep a little present here if he does make it. They're pretty slow. I seriously doubt he keeps up with me. Let me see what he is. Quarter horse. He'll love me for that. Don't need a saddle to ride a horse, obviously. Alright, we'll move on. I'm gonna sprint. He'll definitely fall behind. Also, invisible horses. I've seen a lot of reports on that. They're not invisible, or your horse didn't disappear. Usually, if you can find somebody with you, They can see it, you can't. It's a desync issue. If they click the horse, interact with it, you'll be able to see it again. So a lot of reports of missing horses that aren't missing, and they are working on that fix, so no worries. Alright, here's the Tri River. We're getting close. Oop. I swear horses get stuck on everything. There he is. I don't want to show you too much of the inside because he'll get pissed. He wanted it to be done. But he does have a working pump up and a mine. And he's done a really good job with all the angles of what you can do with the log cabin. I'll just have my horse steal some of his food. Yeah, the other horse didn't make it. Oh well. But let me stop so the camera focuses. That's really cool. I don't know what he's building back here. Anybody home? I wasn't gonna show you the inside. I'm going to anyway. Get pissed. He can be pissed off. Who cares? He wanted to get it all filled out with tables, chairs. They have added all that. I think there's one more. No, I'm at the top. But he's got a heck of a view. There's his mine over there. However, I don't see his oil pump. Yep. Oh, he's got some bandits coming up on him. Which do get attacked by animals. It's quite funny. We'll let them fight it out and then I'll loot the bandit. Alright, now I know I would show you my wife's, but I would not be able to sleep in my own bed, so I'm not gonna go up there because it's not done. I think you can do some pretty amazing stuff with the construction pieces of this game. Really nice. Alright, I'm gonna head back. We'll figure out what we're gonna do next, talking about tips. Oh, you can see the temperature. It's 29 degrees up here. let me head back and we'll figure out what to do from here. I just noticed he put a skull above his door. His mortality is really, or morality is really high, so bandits will attack his house. They're pretty cool. They do surround your house. They'll blast out your windows. It's actually pretty nice. The higher your morality, the more frequent you get attacked. So let's top off our water. I think we're good there. Horses do auto eat and drink from troughs as long as they're full. They fixed that second or third day. Reported by the community. That's a great view up here. I really like it. I don't know if anybody saw the screenshot. I saw somebody build a bridge using just foundation pieces and the support beams. Really fantastic job. It was a long bridge. I don't know if he was a streamer. I forget your name. I apologize, but man, that was it's a super tall bridge. They don't have bridges in the game. He had to build that piece by piece by hand. Oh, look, bandits. I don't think those are skulls. Yeah, maybe they are. One thing I love, they just stand there. Remember, the Sharp is a great scoped weapon, but you do have to reload every shot. Gotta remember that leader will call for backup. Yeah, see the bars? The gold bars are great. You can sell them in exchange. Matter of fact, I'll sell them right here. There it is. Alright, where's that other one I got? It's like you shoot them and they stand there when you're at range, looking around and trying to figure out where you're at. It's great. Then you just go for a headshot. I don't see the other corpse. I thought I shot him right around here. Oh well. I don't like missing them. That's gold bars. So you do get a bit of lag. They're working on optimization right now, but bigger constructions will cause some frame drop. Depending on your graphics card and your system, it could be extreme. Yes, sir, I'd like some coin. For my troubles. But yeah, that guy did a really good job on that bridge. I loved it. Matter of fact, I think I want to do it, see how much work it takes. Where you get it coming in, coming out of the grid. So that's kind of why we spread ours out. And we are going to build a rail system from each property. I don't know that you can ride on trains yet. It's a supply line. Eventually, I assume they'll probably have passenger cars. But you build the train station and then add the tracks off of that. Oh, great. I'm not ready. A lot of bandits. Horses do have stats. You can see I can access the horse's menu, horseshoes and saddles. But you can put points into anything you want. I've been putting in energy, which he did level. I didn't catch it. Because having a horse that can sprint for long distance is a wonderful thing. So if you haven't been on the Discord, I'm going to put it in the comment field at the bottom. I definitely recommend hopping in there. Myth has moderators. The community answers a lot of questions for players. There's several channels, each set up for its own purpose. You can post your videos in there if you're a streamer. You can announce your streams. It's really great. It's a great place to hang out. They got a community manager from the developer team. He posts screenshots periodically of teasers of stuff that's coming out. And we can complain constructively. And you can report bugs that you find. And they add them to a priority list. And those get piped up to the devs and they get worked on. But the game's definitely not abandonware. They are working on this every day. As far as patch releases, fixes. Usually I put on my review, they're not working on fixing every bug. They're working on getting content in the game. There's different styles for developers. Being a developer myself, once upon a time, they typically, you have a couple ways. You can put everything in the game and then fix all, and of course fix all the exploits, stuff like that, but we deposit all that money. Or you can fix everything, introduce a new system, and break everything. So, it's two schools of different thought. I kind of like the first one. You fix the major outcriers, and then keep adding features in to give players more to do. Oh, there you go. Milk. Alright, so I just hit E on the cow. Hands must be empty to milk a cow. Yeah, that makes sense. That's just my guard shooting at wolves. Unless I hear a lot of shots, then I worry. Alright, let's try that again. Now I need a bucket. My bucket's full of water. What is that? Okay, it's not available. Buckets are a little glitchy now. They kind of turn sideways. I love my traps. They catch the little rodents. They also catch bandits that try to surround my house. There's landmines in the game for minefields. Gotta be careful with those because you can blow yourself up. So we'll be adding on to this one. I don't do as you can see, I'm pretty simple. Those guys are the builders. But I think the next thing I'm gonna add is the oil field for the pump to get access to the cave. We can get down into the mine and start mining some gold. You can actually mine gold, convert it in the grinder. So I have some stone here. So this is what I was talking about. You just mine these resources, you can hit craft all, turn the coal, and the stone. And all that's used in gunpowder. As you can see right here, you make these little cartridges with oil. You go over to the gunsmith with all the guns. And there's quite a few, and they're all authentic to the time period. There's the sharp. I'm gonna need another one soon. Glass is pretty simple. You make the mold. The mold is on the anvil. And it's one mold. Which is just sand and metal. And then you convert that to glass, which I think is in here as well, this one. Per mold. I know a lot of people have complained about that, but I've been able to make, I mean, you don't use a ton of glass anyway, but that's typically how you get glass. And you need a couple for the sharp, because like for the scope. But there's not a lot of items that need tons of glass, or I would probably complain too. I mean, it's a mold. It should stay. Shears work. You can actually get sheep and shear the sheep same way you hit the E key and just cut them and you grab the wool, or you can just kill them. They've got the tent. They've got an American flag. I don't think they meant to offend any other country, but although one thing I found funny, there weren't 50 states. Not yet. Or were there? Yeah, maybe there were. I don't know. I didn't count all the stars. I don't know. My history has slipped. You turn 54, you start to forget things. Anyway, I think I'm going to end it on that note. I want to thank the community that we've started on Twitter, the website, for the streamers, media coverage, the folks that are providing indie coverage. I do have a Twitter list, which is posted at the bottom. If you identify yourself on the Twitter account, I can add you to the list. They get posted in every video. We don't just promote as a community the developers. We also promote the guys and gals that are doing all the videos to sell the games, because without channels like Gamed Edged and Cage and all the small streamers, these games no one would know who or what they were. So we like to support them as well. I think it's a great thing to share within the community, and help the developers sell their games when they hit Steam. We can hype them up on Twitter and Reddit. And we've done a really good job in the last year. I'm really happy. The site gets about 250,000 views a day. Both the streamer pages and the developer. Some of the developers have actually reached out to the streamers from the page to cover their games, which is nice. I always like to hear that feedback and that interaction. But the site went way beyond what I thought I could do, and it's all for free. And I'll always keep it that way. There's no ads, nothing. So it's just simply a portal for everybody to meet up that supports the indie development process, from conception all the way to promotion, to release. So anyway, thanks for everybody that's watching. I appreciate the support. My channel is not for monetary, it's just for purposes of covering games. And I really do appreciate the support. You guys are awesome. And all of your support for indie developers and other media providers who provide videos, 50, 60 videos on one game. That's amazing. So just love you to death. Thank you. Keep doing what you're doing. And we wish you the best of the luck. And as a community, we'll definitely help you. Again, check out the Discord for this game. I think it'll help you if you do buy the game, or if you own the game already, to get involved in the bug reporting. I think they do the bug review by voice on Discord at 2 p.m. Eastern, where they actually talk and you can listen. You can listen to all the bugs. They go through everything, starting with the last release, the new release, and anything new. So with that, I'll end the video, and we'll see you guys next time on the next game, next coverage. Take care. Thanks for watching.